lol, hang on. Oh, what's happening here? Hold on. There we go. I don't know what happened there. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. And as you can see, we are in Frankfurt in XP12. And we're actually using the FlightFactor 320. So we'll see what it brings to the table today, guys. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm keeping a promise. I did promise to try it out because a couple of people are still flying the X-plane, obviously, and they were interested to see how it's behaving in XP12. You are correct. Let me just change that. Thank you much for the feedback. So let me put that to XP12. Thank you much. Appreciate it. Hey, Kupinato. Hello to you. Peter. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Right. So one thing though, guys, if you are using FlightFactor, maybe you can give me a tip. I don't know how to calibrate the thrust levers. To the notches. That's what I mean. I have not found anything. I've not found anything in the EFB for that. Yeah, the textures look different, but again, you know, I'm not, because I know that people were saying, "Oh, this is really worn. Look at that, lol." So the reason why they're looking so, this is like a really worn kind of settings. Let me just check something here. Config.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Captain Black Box infotainment experience.
Aviamar, thank you so much.
Should now
6 months in advance.
First class. Thank you.
Aviamar, that's really kind of you. Thank you so much. 6 months in advance. Thank you so much for the support. Oh yeah, and of course. Oh yeah, by the way, let me see, Chris.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel
Captain,
subscriber
a
experience.
moderator needs your attention.
Could new subscribers please
Yeah,
make
mod.
their way to the first
That
class
mod is now
cabin,
working.
where
That command.
complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Resubscribe or hide LOL. I think I may need to go back to flight training school. Thought you were on 20 liters, been
Unable
a good
to
few
find
years
view
since
ID
we
9.
met IRL.
No worries, Ted. All good. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Yeah, the textures look really kind of strange.
Unable to find view ID
now,
9.
what I will say is I did install also a mod, texture mod. I'm not sure if that's interfering with it or not, but I would have to check that some other time. Thank you so much, Ted, for the 71 months. Also a very long time. And Ted, don't worry about it. All good. Yeah, Kupinato, someone... You have to make an exception because it's a false positive warning. I know that someone else was saying that. One more thing. Let me just have a look here. So... 9, okay.
Unable to
What?
find view ID 9.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
And let me just check
Could
something
new
out.
subscribers
Maybe that should
please
be
make your way to the
FlightFactor.
first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm not going to get into a bidding war.
Me, Chris. Thank you so much, V-Chris, for the 95 months. V-Chris, we had Lilienthal come in. So as you know, Lilienthal was the first subscriber, and we actually hit 100 months now. 100 months. That's incredible. Unbelievable. 100 months. Yeah, it's... don't know. Absolutely amazing. Speechless, really. Oh, I forgot to update the database on it. No, doesn't matter. Get the flight plan through SimBrief though. So Frankfurt, Bremen, Hanover is the alternate. It's pretty loud though, isn't it? Or was it just my headset that's loud? Yeah, Brennelt, also I did get your message regarding...
Fire the hype train.
Thank you, Brennelt. That's really kind, Brennelt. Thank you so much. Yeah, Brennelt, I'm going to have to think about what you mentioned with the pause screen. Instead of... instead of the end of the stream. It is a bit loud, okay. So one thing that's weird... One thing that is weird, not gonna lie, is that I'm so used to the toeless textures that
Unable to find view ID 43.
oh, hang on. Can we get the jetway? Hold on. Oh, we can. Yeah, we can. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I'm so used to the toeless textures. It's weird to have that now.
Unable to find view ID 43. Unable to find view
on.
ID 16.
What? What's going on here? Hang on. Has it reset everything again with my... Oh, that's funny.
Unable to find view ID 17.
That's 17, okay.
Camera saved.
Oh, there we go. It's raining. Brennelt, IRL, so with the old ventilation system, like this. Yeah, it will be very loud. It is very loud, IRL. The nose looks odd, yeah. I think, again, so, I mean, it is officially compatible with XP12. Hang on. Let's do that. Set. There we go. Fuel. Fuel. But like I mentioned before, I'm interested to see how the aircraft behaves in the flight sim, how it performs, especially with FPS, smoothness, and so on. That's what I'm interested in. So we want to have 4,600. Let's do 4,600 set. Let's have a look. Yeah, 4,660. That's good. A320 sim pilot, hello to you, how are you doing? And A Venitor. Yeah, but the voice, I do want that because I want to see what and hear what viewpoints I'm pressing. Just getting the ATIS here right now. The ATSU is not working in the aircraft. So ATIS says on VATSIM 25 center. Showers of rain. So we'll go 25 center and then it's the maroon departure. But before I do that, let me get yeah, we can't do PDC here either, it seems. Let me just get the ground selected and then let me get the clearance real quickly. 855. What? What happened to my frequency? Huh? That's weird. Frankfurt ground, Gute wie, Lufthansa 360, information, kilo request clearance please.
Lufthansa 360 Frankfurt Apron, I Gute wie, information, kilo, cleared to Bremen, Maroon 7 Mike departure, flight plan hold, climb set to flight level 70, squawk 1000.
Clear to Bremen, Maroon 7 Mike departure, runway 25 center, climb 70 and the squawk 1000, Lufthansa 360.
Correct.
So, now we don't have the 7 mic here, but we'll check the. Thank you so much for the hype train again. Thank you much, guys, for the support. Are we taking the hearing loss into account? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So that's that. Now, oh yeah, so we don't have the charts in here, which is a bummer. So I've got to go. How do I get the charts now? I hope the app doesn't kill the FPS. Sometimes it does.
Frankfurt Apron, Gute Lufthansa 2, Victor Romeo, located to 5 center. Lufthansa 2, Victor Romeo, Frankfurt Apron, a Gute position, Alpha 69, taxi via November 8. Alpha 69, November 8, Lufthansa to Victor Romeo.
So the 7 mic departure you said. Sid. Yeah, that's the one. So initial climb clearance is 70. And just going to make sure that so can we go? Oh. Let me try 5 mic. So we have waypoint Delta Fox 999er. Doesn't have that. Right, anyways, it's straight out. Then to Nauheim. Then Delta Fox 180, it has that, 2.5 and above. Roxap. Adevo. 6 above, correct. Lisku, Taboom, Lixilor, Pamaroon. Okay, so the rest is fine. It's just the initial call, initial turn here. But we should be managing that. That's fine. Good. Then we've got the routing to Nienburg. And then we have runway 27, Verit Tree Papa. However, it's going to be a transition. So let's try arrival. Approach via. And then the Verit 27 transition. Insert. So star. There we go. So Verit 510, 512, 520. Rockport, all correct. Right. Enemy page, zero fuel weight, not allowed. Okay, so let me get the final figures here. So we have performance, as we can see here. Let me get rid of that. So we have 51.1. Yeah, and the CG is 31. Correct. Fantastic. Nice. So A320 Sim Pilot, I have not done a flight with it yet. So this is literally the first time in years that I have used, I'm using FlightFactor 320 because people have been asking me many times if I would do a flight with it to see how it actually performs in XP12. So this is literally the first time I'm flying it on a real flight here. 250 wind requests. Oh, I don't need any cruise winds anyways. That's fine. Descent winds are in. Fantastic. In at A page, B page, flight plan page. Let's do secondary copy active. As always, we can do a quick return plan on the secondary. 25 center. No via. Cool. So performance. Now here's the thing. It does have a performance calculator. Wet. Aircraft weight. Config. 1 plus F. Thrust. Flex. Anti-ice off. Calculate. Right, so there we go. It does give us some basic values. You can set those values. Just a flap setting. Trim down 0.5. So 1. Oops. And down 0.5. So we have 1,900. NADP 1, 360, 360. Full length, all good. That you don't have mentioned information letter on first. I did mention that, Brenold. I did say kilo. And I think he said Lima is now current, correct? Yeah, Lima is now current. KNH is 1018 still. Yeah. How can you calculate the trim manually? The easiest thing to do . You guys can hear the fire test, can you? Hope so. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Avenger. Thanks, Z. Thanks for the feedback. Right. Cool. Which means...
Unable to find view ID 43.
Which means we get rid of the ground power.
Frankfurt Apron, Lufthansa 073.
Thank you much, Peter.
Sorry, we had some issues with the V-pilot. We are taxiing on Papa 1.
Bleed on.
Lufthansa 073, Frankfurt Apron.
GPU off.
Position Victor 270, continue via
Shocks
Papa 1.
off. Fantastic. Yeah, so how do you trim... So the only thing really how you can calculate trim setting, have a look at the CG, 31.
Left.
And then have a look at the trim wheel. So you go to 31, here's 30, there's 35, right? 30, 35, 31 is about here. So you estimate down, I would say about 0.6, 0.7, 0.7 down. So that's how you, yeah, that's good enough, don't worry about it. Yeah, textures, as always, if it's an old add-on and they haven't improved anything, yeah, it does look a bit weird. I agree. Alright, let's close everything.
Frankfurt Apron, Lufthansa 073. Go. Any stand available at the usual Lufthansa terminals? 073, of course, yeah. You can have position Alpha 40 via Papa 1, November North, November 15, November 7. Ich habe den schriftlich in der Hand gehabt. Once again, please.
Yes, Brennan, FlightFactor is still active, especially with the 777.
November North, November 15, November und November 7. Alpha 14 via Papa 1, November North, November 15 and November 7, Lufthansa 073.
Trust the SD page and the performance page if you have up-down value. Do you cross-check the SD page? Oh, you mean like this page here, like the performance, the flight control page. This here? No. Because this is master. This is just an electronic indication, but this is master. So this is what you set after, you know, with the after start flow. That's how you set the trim here manually. Is it still that expensive? $90? Jeez, okay, that is expensive. Yeah. Wow. Anyways, guys, I'm not advertising for FlightFactor, okay? I'm just showcasing. I have no connections to them. Okay, so, you know, I'm just showing you guys what the aircraft has, okay, and then you make of it what you want, okay? I'm not an ambassador for FlightFactor or anything like that, so... so how come... Hold on, how come... how come this changes every time? Hold on. Let me try this. There we go. See, that does work. Cool.
Unable to find view ID 44. Cameras saved.
Cool.
Unable to find view ID 9. Cameras saved. Unable to find view ID 1.
All right. Let's get a checklist. Checklist 320. Normal. So cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins covers removed. Fuel quantity 4,640 kilograms. Balanced. Seatbelts. Seatbelts. bing on. And ADIRS. NAF. BAREF Kunich 1018. Checked. Cockpit preparation checklist complete.
Unable to find view ID 1.
So let's do the before start items. Transponders on. Then we'll do the before start checklist. Parking brake is set.
Good evening.
Take a speed thrust.
Lufthansa 2 hotels vacated.
We have 148, 149, 153, flex 68. Windows, doors.
Continue left via Papa, hold short of November 11.
I'm not seeing the red kind of,
Continue left via Papa,
but I don't think it has any
November 11, Lufthansa 2
animation for the window. Closed. Let's hope it's closed. Closed. Beacon is on, and that's the before start complete. And Lufthansa 360 stand Alpha 24 requesting push and start.
Lufthansa 360 pushback approved, area 2.
Push approved, area 2, Lufthansa 360. Area 2, where's area 2? Oh no, hang on. Where is area 2? Area 2, area 2, area 2. It's not on here. Taxi. Frankfurt. Taxi.
Lufthansa 1 Alpha Mike, Frankfurt Airplane, hello, second. Alpha Mike, confirm clearance.
There we go. Oh, it's right there. Okay.
Lufthansa 1 Alpha Mike, information Tango, clear to
Okay,
München.
we'll find that.
Sierra departure, flight plan route, climb is to 4,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
So it's next to Alpha 22, is it? Yeah. So let's do this and this.
On to cockpit. Landing on to cockpit. Call me through when you're ready.
1 Alpha Mike, feedback correct, and yes, familiar from the 18. Contact ground Lufthansa 136 requesting Alpha claims to Stuttgart as filed information. Lufthansa 136 Frankfurt Airplane, hello, information Tango cleared Stuttgart, Aniki to Lima departure, flight plan route, climb by a to 4,000 feet, squawk 1,000. We're clear to Stuttgart.
Raphael, hello to you.
Aniki to Lima departure, initial climb to 4,000.
How are we doing well?
1,000, Lufthansa 136. Correct.
Is it really, Brennan? So Brennan says the FlightFactor apparently is still the best add-on for home cockpit builders because you can access all the variables, buttons and gauges. Okay, that's of course a different matter then, yeah. Interesting, Brennan. Okay.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Yeah, Aviamar, it's just a little bit less kind of buggy, I think, in that regard. Aircraft landing there, too far right. So. Now lifting up. Tower view, fantastic.
Tower connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes released.
Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
So we do have APU bleed. The fuel pumps are on. Engine start. Let's start engine number 2. Lufthansa still uses number 2 first, it seems. At least Sven, so Captain A320, said so last time we flew a shared flight. So to start. Looking good. Yeah, we got rain here in Frankfurt.
Frankfurt ground with 073 is off block. Thank you for the late night service.
Ja, kein Problem, tschüss.
Ciao.
Ground guten Abend, located at 255 Center, Lufthansa 349. Lufthansa 999 Frankfurt Apron. Good evening, position Alpha 22, taxi right via Lima, November 8 and link 4. Taxi Alpha 22, right on Lima, November 8 and link 4, Lufthansa 349.
What?
Again?
No, okay. Condensation effect. Interesting. Maybe a bit much, but hey, I mean, you know, always room for improvement, right? So, good engine start. Let's do before or after start checklist items.
Ground, good night, 270 stand, Sierra,
Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, full left, right.
Good evening, clear to Istanbul.
Epic Wings. Yeah, we'll have a look at Epic Wings and how it hand flies.
2006. Clear to destination Lima Tango Foxtrot Mike, where flight
Unable to find view ID.
Now I don't know if that is coming from X-Plane itself, or if it's
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
if it's FlightFactor. I honestly don't
Disconnecting
know.
tow. Stand by.
Oh, and Epic Wings, do you know how can I calibrate the notches to my hardware? Is there a way to do that? N1 Turbo, yeah.
Tower is disconnected and bypass.
No, Brennan, I don't have an add-on.
Signal on the left.
for that.
I'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
I don't have any of that, Brennan.
Lufthansa to hotel, continue to position Alpha 13 via November 11, Lima, November 5.
Also, I have a feeling that all these lights not really working here.
Continue to Alpha 13 via Lima and November 55, Lufthansa to hotel.
That's all clear.
To hotel, confirm via Lima, November 5.
Let's read the
Via Lima and November 5,
after
Lufthansa
start
to
checklist.
hotel.
Anti-ice, we have plus 14 degrees, not required. ACAM status checked. Pitch trim down 0.5. Road trim neutral. After start checklist complete. Lufthansa 360 request taxi.
Lufthansa 360, runway 25 center, taxi via November 7 and Lima, hold short of Lima 3.
By November 7, Lima, hold short Lima 3, 25 center, Lufthansa 360. So November 7, okay. Let's go.
136, ready for taxi. Lufthansa 136, runway 18, taxi right via Lima, set score 1000.
It was very complicated to say Epic Wings, okay. Hey Bruno, there we go. Bruno's favorite add-on I'm flying today. So when Bruno found out today that I'm flying the FlightFactor, he said, "Yeah, finally."
Lufthansa 360, hold short of link 5.
Why did you take so long to fly it? The best A320 add-on in X-Plane.
Yes, sir.
What? How do I get oh, cabin ready, the FAP. Hold on.
Lufthansa 360 Frankfurt Aircraft.
360, go ahead.
360, I told you before to hold short of link 5 now, you can disregard it. I just want to check if you are still on my frequency.
Okay, that did not come through. Only clearance I got was November 7 and then Lima, hold short Lima 3.
Lufthansa 360, yeah, I just gave you to hold short of link 5 because another aircraft missed his actually taxi route. But yeah, you can disregard it now.
Okay, no worries. So we'll continue November 7 Lima and then Lima 3.
Correct.
Yeah, I did not hear that, so I don't know how if it was blocked or something or if I missed it, but...
Frankfurt, guten Abend, die Lufthansa 245 Alpha 38 Information Kilo clearance to Bremen.
Hey, nice. Thanks for flying along.
Guten Abend, clear to Bremen, Maroon 7 Mike, departure flat and route, climb right fit to flight level 70, squawk 1000.
Clear Bremen, Maroon 7 Mike, departure flight level 70, wireless.
So here's November 7.
1000, Lufthansa 245.
Correct. Lufthansa 2, take away to the Lufthansa A320 coming from November 7.
Give way to the company aircraft coming from November 7, Lufthansa 2 Hotel.
VIP. No, actually, that's normal. You get...
136 monitor Unicom, goodbye.
So we're number 1.
Over to Unicom 122, that's 8, Lufthansa 136, have a nice evening, goodbye.
And the Lufthansa 245 is ready for pushback.
Lufthansa 245 pushback,
The
area 6.
tiller that I'm using, so the IIDB tiller,
Lufthansa 245.
here works very nicely. So it's very smooth when you deflect the tiller. So this actually feels quite nice. Not so twitchy as on Microsoft Flight Sim. That's really nice. Cool, so we got everything ready. Let's read the text to checklist. Flight controls checked, flap setting, config 1 plus F. Then we have radar PWS. Yeah, on, not working. Then we've got engine mode selector normal. And we have Ikamimo takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist completed.
Ground 605 ready for startup and push. Checklist 705, startup approved, and pushback at our discretion. Startup and pushback as troops, etc.
So, Lima 3, almost.
Can you confirm the stand number for
Bruno?
Lufthansa 2 Hotel again?
Honestly, I don't know
Alpha 13.
if that
Alpha 13 for Lufthansa
is the
2
texture
Hotel,
mod
thank you.
that I downloaded, or if it's... I ever have to check that again. Maybe I messed that up. Because there was a texture mod on Flight Sim. Not dead. Not
360 monitor Unicom, please.
over to Unicom. Dankeschön. Tschüss, die Lufthansa 360. So maybe it's my fault. We'll have to check again. Israel, Leon, hello to you. New, difficult to learn how to fly. It's, well, you have to do a lot of self-studying, and probably best thing to do is to watch some tutorial videos on YouTube, because these add-ons have become fairly complicated. Right, that's just the way it is. Frankfurt traffic, hello, Lufthansa 360 lining up, departing 25 center in Frankfurt. TCAS, TA, just checking that there's nobody on final. Here's Lima 3. Cabin crew prepare for departure. 25 right, okay. that's no problem. So that's on. That's on. Oh.
Approaching 25 center.
So is that working? Oh, hang on. What's happening here? Oh no.
On runway 25 center.
Cool. What on earth's going on here? Right, he's clear. All right, let's go. Take off. Manflex 68 SOS runway. Order first blue. Thrust sets. And knots checked. V1, rotate. Right, gear up. Enough. Thrust climb, out blue, auto thrust. Man, that climbed, that accelerated really fast. Is the S speed correct? I mean, it does look a bit low, doesn't it? Yeah, it says 195. Yeah, something's wrong with the distance. Right, let's go standard. Hand flying is okay. Autopilot 1, hand flying was fine. Outstar, 185 knot restriction here. So that's okay. Maintaining that. Yeah, I don't know. It's got some loop in there, isn't it? Hold on. Nimble here? No. Yeah, something's...
904 November, please stay in potential.
Yeah, this is like weird.
Speedbird 904 November, we are going to swap in behind you, to protect you, Frankfurt traffic.
Alright, accelerating, flap 0, speed checked, flap 0. Disarm the spoilers. And let's climb 250. We did say 250. Off we go. Thrust climb, out blue. 250. Let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah, it's the wrong Nienburg. I remember that was an issue. From time to time in the FlightFactor. There we go. Yeah, that's better. 2.7. Yeah.
200.
Hey Airbus, how you doing? Yeah, that's what I meant with the I remember the FlightFactor when I was flying it a long time ago in XP12 11. It always had a feeling that it was too clean. Plus 9 degrees, engine anti-air is on. What do I mean by that? Too clean? Just the drag model was just off. So it was really difficult to get it to descend. I remember that. Yeah, Bruno, probably, yeah. Yuck. Horrible weather. Oh. No worries, Brennel. Thanks so much for watching. Mach's gut, and hopefully, yeah, we're gonna have hopefully a shared, not shared flight. I mean a group flight soon. Yep, wonderful. Alright, it's nice and smooth, so seatbelts auto. Game tube. Well, right now, I'm not 100% sure just yet. Just dial the sound. Right, there we go. So the hand flying is nice. It just seems again that the performance model is just a bit off. Meaning, the way it accelerated. I have a feeling that the speeds are a little bit off as well, although 54.9, yeah, but I mean, it's very light, isn't it? So zero fuel weight, 51 tons with 120 passengers. And a 4.6 tons, so 55.7. Yeah, I mean it's a light aircraft, but still, I don't know. Yeah, it just didn't feel realistic. But another thing I'm noticing is the textures are definitely, they need some improvements. Yeah, game. So right now, again, I'm just trying it, just for pure interest from some of my viewers. Yeah, it does feel light. I agree. But at least, you know, once we tried it, we have a comparison, right? He accelerated more like a Neo, yeah, that's true. And even now, I mean, 3,000 feet a minute. It's not far off, but I have a feeling that it's a bit too much. 2,000 feet. Let's go vertical speed. Windows 11 ARC. Another thing I'm not too happy with is the... Gonna put dome light on a little bit. I have the front panel is just really dark. I know if you want, what you can do, you can opt for the beta versions. I did that initially today. However, I couldn't get the autopilot to work. And there was also some other things not really working well. So that's why I went back to the stable version. So that we can get a proper flight from A to B. Alt star. Right, TCAS below. And -12, -33 SAT, so we're still in clouds. We still have moisture, so we'll leave engine tires running. Yeah, definitely have some work to do with the tuning of the lighting, yeah. I agree. Okay, anyways. But it's running, right? I mean, for those that have the FlightFactor and wonder if it's working at least, well, yeah, it is. And performance, I have to say, performance is okay. I'm not noticing anything really out of the ordinary. And I remember back in the old days, in the XP11, the FlightFactor was actually quite heavy on performance. Well, I mean, you can have a look at the downloaded weather and then see if the cloud covers, you know, look accordingly. But, I mean, I have to say, if you look at the general weather picture, I'm not sure what's happening today with the... There we go. So here's our routing. Look at that frontal system. That's a nasty frontal system. Now that's our routing. We're currently right here. So the weather is bad. And it's a frontal kind of system going through. So I would expect clouds to be high. Up high here. So and we're only 25,000 feet, so... ...50 knots crosswind, yeah. Okay, let's get the weather for Bremen. So they're not online anymore, it's a bit too late for that. But it doesn't matter. Let me get the METAR through our chat system here. So Bremen currently 15 degrees. QNH is 1009. The wind 200 at 14. We'll do config full landing. It is light drizzle, so definitely good idea to go config full, even though it's a light aircraft, but we'll do that. And minimums cat 1. Just look here. So approach cut 1. It says 220. 220. And RadNav, let me set. I'm gonna put Hotel India Golf, EDDF 318, and let's put Bravo Mike November on here. Yeah, for the arrival, what we'll do. So I'm gonna go VRED Delta Whiskey 510, and there will be no traffic ahead of us. I know there's someone else flying along behind me, so let me just modify this, and let's just do that. So we go from 510 direct to Rockbow, 137 miles to go. Right, and the missed approach goes straight ahead. 2.2 miles Bravo Mike November, left turn back to the VOR, climbing 3,000 feet. Pretty straightforward. $2,000 meters available for landing, and so what to do, we're going to go with order brake, medium, config full. That should be fine. 40 miles until top descent. Okay, Ark, yeah, so you got issues, everything's running fine in P3D, but not the Concorde from FS Labs, okay? Only P3D. The only thing I can recommend to you, Ark, is if you haven't done so already, contact FS Labs support. See if they have a fix for that. Blimey, this weather is bad. Jesus. Man, we had just such beautiful weather on Mallorca. Next days they have like 30 degrees, sunny. I actually got a bit of a suntan as well, which is quite unusual for me. Because I put like 50... so sunscreen 50, which actually makes you more pale afterwards. But yeah, actually tanned. So got a healthy looking little tan, which will probably be gone in 2 days. But anyways. Yeah, I'm planning to live stream on Friday again, and then over the weekend as well, so probably Sunday. So Friday and Sunday. And actually I have some real world flying coming up in June. So I'm going to be working in June. Willis, 787. Oh, we got some... Do we have some sunlight somewhere? It's trying hard, but nah, it's just bad. It's just bad at the moment. Yeah, so over the next 2 days, what I'll try to do, I'm going to do some testing with turbulence and wind, gusty crosswind and so on in Microsoft 2024 and also in XP12 to see if there's any bigger differences between the two sims. So what I'm going to try to do is try to evaluate if my comments regarding missing inertia in Microsoft 2024 and a better overall turbulence simulation or wind simulation in XP12 compared to Microsoft, if that's still true, right? That's what I want to find out. No, well, Bruno, you know, 25 knots is manageable. Anything above that, yeah, you're in trouble. But but we'll see. Yeah, we like challenges, right? Exactly that. Okay, let's descend. So let's go down to 3,000 feet. Descend, speed, out blue. 30. And we have 100 track miles. So now let's see how that works out. Now 100 miles, actually, that's a really early descent. That's a very early descent. There's no altitude restrictions, that's just speed restrictions. Here's at 4,000 above. So that should be a problem. Yeah, so now it's recalculated. So now it's like flying with 1,000 feet per minute until we get to about 20 miles. Yeah, alright, well, we'll see. I'm just going to let that run for now. See how it gets there. Yes, I do. So Willis, at the moment, you don't really see it, but I'm running map enhancement. Yeah, so I've been using that for a couple of weeks now, and I'm very happy with it. Yeah, Bruno, I remember that in XP11, FlightFactor had some problems with the optimum path. I remember that. That wind, that crab angle. Oh, lol. Yeah, now we're getting more closer to the optimum descent path. So about 80 miles, 24,000 feet, deceleration. Yeah, that's more like it. The weather radar is not really working. I've got the weather radar here on the FO side. Now, let me have a look here. So some of these switches don't work. So I'm not even sure if that's really working here in X-Plane. Oh, actually, we've got some returns here. Interesting. Do you think that the flight instruments appear more blurry? Yes. And in a lot of add-ons they are. It has to do with the glass cockpits. So there's still definitely need to do more work on that. So I agree in general. The screens, they do look more blurry. Yeah. What do you mean in full graphics? So I'm running a 4K monitor, and I showed that after landing once we logged off VATSIM. So here we go. Now reach optimum path, thrust idle. Let's see how it does it now. Why you don't fly with any A330 or? What do you mean? I mean, I've used any 350 plenty. Do you mean like the freeware version? So the free copies that come with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024? Yeah, so right now we're still very high up, and I know I dialed in 3000, and yes, I could theoretically put QNH in, but I think the transition is in 5,000 feet, so 60 would be transition level. So I'll leave that in for now with standard. But you are correct. So don't get me wrong, you're not wrong. So if you get cleared from ATC to descend to an altitude, you can select QNH straight away. That is okay to do. Hey Kalium, do I miss flying short haul? Not really, no. And I talked to my colleagues while I was flying to Mallorca, and they said, yeah, short range, it's so horrible. So many slot times, delays. Yeah, no. So I don't miss it, no. So at the moment it's okay. At the moment it's not doing too bad. Idle power descend. We'll see how that continues. Now Bremen VOR 50 miles, straight line. Track miles about 60. So we should be okay. Yeah, 64 miles. So we should be okay with the descent path. And the QNH is 1009, not far away from standard. That's also good. We have not got out of the clouds. Here's one of those flights where you just do not, you're just in clouds throughout the flight. Crazy. Right, we're already 250 knots, which is okay below 10,000. Someone's asking for a sound check. Okay. Hectopascal. Okay, no, it's hectopascal without the R. Maybe he's just joking then. Hectopascal. Hey, Baz Martin. Yeah, probably joking or something. I don't know. Oh no. Let's see. It should have autosave. Yeah, and I read about that as well. So some people were complaining about crashed desktops and the FlightFactor. Let's see. I did have autosave active, I think. Let's have a look here. Bassman says he can't even get the FlightFactor 320 started on a Mac operating system. Yeah, so the thing is, though, they have not really done much. I mean, I think they've done the minimum kind of thing to get it working in XP12. But right now, I don't see any bigger improvements regarding textures or, systems and so on. So, yeah, but that's why we tried it. So that's all I want to do. I want to have a look at it and make sure that I'm not missing out on anything. Still working in the background. Reading new scenery files, it says. I have a feeling it's kind of... Oh, no, it's still running. Okay, disregard. It's still loading. Finishing as in chronic loading. Done with preloading. Yeah, I agree. That I enjoy the 777, but that's the one that they're really working hard on right now. So I agree. 777 is a lot of fun in XP12 from FlightFactor. But also, I mean, I'm also intrigued trying out the 767, 757. The only thing is I have not been able to get the beta versions to work. So let me have a quick look here. So we have states, autosave, load. Let's see. I have no idea if that works. Chris, everything's failed. I'm not sure if it's going to load or not. I'm just trying autosave.
Caution, on taxiway.
Oh, hang on. Lol. Seriously? I did not expect that, honestly. I did not expect that. When you least expect it. Look at that. Huh? Yeah, well, hopefully that will come back in a few seconds. There we go, GPS primary. All right. I'm not complaining. Like, seriously. But I think that has to do with what Brennell was saying, that I'm going to stay off VATSIM though. So we're thrust idle, auto thrust on, autopilot is on. That is good. Bremen is set. NDB, Hotel India Golf. Yeah, I had to re-engage the auto thrust, yeah. But the rest, yeah. But here's the thing. The engine sounded like it ingested a flock of flamingos, lol. Yeah, so I'm somewhat weary or worried that once we get to the same position, it's going to crash again. I have a flashback. Yeah, I agree, AVMR. Yeah, that would be great if yeah, you know, if you had those autosave features in Microsoft Flight Sim. But I think here in the X-Plane, I'm sure it has all the data refs that you can access here in these add-ons, allowing you to save all these different setting or data points. So landing 15 minutes. Yeah, true. True. Right now, I can't really say that I have many crashed desktops in Microsoft 2024. So yeah, it has become a lot better. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fingers crossed it doesn't crash again. I'm trying not to touch too much here. Let's look at performance. It should still have that in there. Yeah, 220, all good. So let me just set the QNH 1009. And we'll read the descent, or actually approach checklist, bar ref, QNH 1009 set. Seatbelts on, minimum bar row 220 feet, auto brake, medium, engine mode selector, normal. That's the approach checklist complete. Chris. Moreira, hello to you. Did you just come up with that yourself, or did you get AI to do that? ChatGPT or something? Let's go direct via red. Come on. There we go. Every second counts. Slightly high, but it can adjust for that. There we go. Alright. Do I have a landing rate add-on? The only add-on that I'm using really is Volanta. So that would give me normally a descent rate for landing, but otherwise I don't know. Also, the thing is with the landing rate add-ons is the fact that I don't know what data refs they take. And the thing is that, for example, if you come down very quickly and do a very late flare, so very aggressive late flare, and then touch down softly, it's still going to register with a very high descent rate, because there's always a lag in the vertical speed data. So really, the only time your landing rate actually shows something proper is when you have a long flare. So you do like a very long flare, descent rate stabilizes at, let's say, minus 100 feet per minute, and then you touch down, then it will actually reflect that correctly. Otherwise, like I said, if you do a fast break, and even if it's a perfect break, it'll still show up as a heavy landing. Which flight sim platform, Bruno? What's different about that? Oh no, okay. Guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, so there's definitely a bug somewhere. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, I think that does it, I'm afraid. Yeah, so I think we've proved the point, guys, that right now, stable FlightFactor 320 and XP12. Yeah, I read those as well. Yeah, Aviamar, I'm going to call it a day as well, guys. I'm going to try to get a video out this week regarding the difference in turbulence inertia between Max 2024 and X-Plane. Because, I don't know, it's not that I'm saying that I'm correct. It's just saying that I have a different feel and a different opinion compared to some other real-world pilots using Max Flight Sim 2024. So it's just for me. I'm trying to get some good data to, to see if I'm wrong, so that I have to change my opinion in that regard, or if I'm correct and X-Plane 12 still has the better flight model overall and the better aerodynamic model. But again, I'm going to try to see, with some good proper data, some testing. Yeah, turbulence settings as well. That's always a good point in the Max Flight Sim. Yeah, I'm not using any turbulence add-ons. No. Okay, cool. Guys, thank you so much again for the support, guys. I do apologize for the weird ending. Let me see, is anybody... Yeah, I'm going to send you over to another very, very nice streamer, Continuum. He's also using X-Plane 12, so hopefully he's more successful than I am. So let me go and raid Conti. So... And yeah, so let's go over and yeah, I'll see you again if you like on Friday. Maybe Lilienthal. Maybe by then you have a request regarding a special flight. And again, I'm gonna dedicate that flight to you, Lilienthal, for 100 months of support. And I'll dedicate every time we get someone reaching 100 months of membership. Then yeah, we'll do that. And I'm going to try and see if I could get a special badge for you as well for that. Lilienthal, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Stay safe, everyone. And here we go over to Continuum. Good night, everyone.